Morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Wherever you're at in the world, welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of Major League Baseball game. Today's game is going to feature the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Milwaukee Brewers. This is the third game of a three-game set, and the Brewers are looking to complete the series sweep, while the Pirates are looking to salvage one of the three games in this series. The commentary and views are our opinions and are not affiliated with the Major League Baseball, the MLB, PA, or their sponsors. We're providing live reports on the game being played and hope that English-speaking audiences around the globe can enjoy the game on YouTube and Twitch along with us. We'll give you the starting lineups first for the visitors from the Pittsburgh Pirates. And as Brandon Woodruff is taking to the mound to start his warm-up tosses, we'll be ready to get this one going in just a couple moments. But leading off and doing the designated hitting today, wearing number 19 is Daniel Vogelbach. Batting second and playing in center field, wearing number 10 is Brian Reynolds. Batting third and playing third base, wearing number 13 is Ke'Bryan Hayes. In the cleanup spot and playing first base, wearing number 25 is Yoshi Tsutsugo. Batting fifth and playing in left field, wearing number 18 is Ben Gamble. Batting sixth in right field, wearing number 64 is Diego Castillo. Batting seventh and playing second base, wearing number 26 is Josh Van Meter. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, wearing number 27 is Kevin Newman. Batting ninth and doing the catching, wearing number 31 is Andrew Knapp. And they are going to be facing the right-hander of the Brewers, and this is going to be Brandon Woodruff. Woodruff is making his start of the season. He is 1-1 year. He's worked 8 2/3 innings. He's allowed 9 hits, 7 runs, all of which have been earned. He's walked 4 and struck out 4, and he's pitched to a tune of a 7.27 earned run average. And we are just about ready to get this one underway. As coming up to the plate is Daniel Vogelbach to face the right-hander Woodruff. When I saw the lineup today, my eyes almost fell out of my head that Daniel Vogelbach was hitting leadoff. I don't know in what country that would ever happen, but it is certainly happening here, and he is about ready to get this one underway for us. So the first pitch of the ball game is delivered, and it is a ball taken outside, and it is 1-0 to Vogelbach. Vogelbach on the season is hitting .323. He's got a couple of homers and 3 RBIs. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Vogelbach. Vogelbach came to the Brewers. Of course, he was an all-star with the Seattle Mariners a few seasons ago, and he's bounced around a little bit. He was in Toronto's camp for a bit, and then he was also with Milwaukee, and there is another fastball that misses up, and the count is now 3-0 to Vogelbach. So 3 balls and no strikes. But he's found a home in Pittsburgh with the Pirates. He's going to get an opportunity to show what he can do there. There is a fastball taken right down the middle, and that is called strike, and the count now goes to 3-1 to Vogelbach. Woodruff working from the windup and working quickly with nobody on base. He kicks and delivers, and there's a fastball that swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and no strikes to Vogelbach. What's interesting is Vogelbach is probably more closer to 280 pounds than he is to 250, yet getting the spot in the leadoff spot. There's a fastball that is swung on, and this is fouled away. And the count remains at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Vogelbach. Woodruff gets a new ball, and he rubs it up, and he's ready to go back to work quickly. He rocks into the motion, and he kicks and fires, and there's a fastball swung on. It is lifted up in the air over on the third base side. It's in foul territory. The third baseman today, Jace Peterson, has room. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to be 1 up and 1 away for the Brewers in their half of the first inning. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Brian Reynolds. For Reynolds on the season, he's hitting .244. He's got a couple of homers and 3 runs batted in. Reynolds bats from the left side against the right-hander Woodruff, who rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. We appreciate everybody for being here today, as we do expect we'll have a decent matinee crowd. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down. The count now runs to 2-0 to Reynolds. Like most of the bats in the Pirate lineup, there are only a couple of players three players actually, that are hitting at north of 300. Most of the rest of the batting averages are below 250 in the Pirates order. The lineup that the Brewers have rolled out today is not a whole lot better. There's a fastball that swung on, and that's fouled away over on the third base side, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Reynolds. We will be back on the air again tomorrow when we do the Tigers and the Yankees. There will be a schedule change for our Friday game. We were going to do these same Pirates and the Cubs. However, that is going to have to get gassed. We are going to do a couple of Japanese games as we do those regular on the weekend. And there's a fastball that misses down to Reynolds, and the count is now 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Griff gets his sign from his catcher, Narvaez, and he's ready to go back to work. He kicks and fires. There's a fastball swung on and missed. That is going to run the count now to 3-2. So both of the hitters in the Pirate batting order have run the count full to the right-hander Woodruff. They're making him work this afternoon. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. As Woodruff gets the sign, he rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers, and there's a fastball swung on and missed. And Reynolds swung at ball 4, but that is going to retire him on strikes for out number 2 here in the first inning. So 2 up and 2 away. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Ke'Bryan Hayes, who is in his second full season, or starting his second full season with the Pirates, batting .333 here in the early going. He's got no homers and a couple RBIs. He bats from the right side against the pitcher Woodruff. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Hayes. This is our first extended look at Ke'Bryan Hayes. He really fills out a uniform well. He looks good. He's got a good stance, athletic posture at the plate. Of course, he's the son of Charlie Hayes, the one-time big leaguer who had played with a few different organizations. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Woodruff ready to go back to work. He rocks in the motion and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. This is fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over on the first base side, and that runs the count to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hayes. Woodruff doesn't waste a whole lot of time. When he gets the new baseball, he's ready to go back to work. And again, he fires. It's a fastball this time at 97 miles an hour that's fouled away. And that keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We've seen the Brewers a couple of times already this year. It's our first look at the Pirates. When I look at the Pirates and I look at their lineup, the first question that will come to mind is how many of the players in the Pirate lineup will be there in 3 years' time? Well, Ke'Bryan Hayes would be one of those, and he takes a fastball right down the middle for a called third strike. He stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by for out number 3. And that is going to do it here for Pittsburgh in the first inning. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Through a half inning, it is the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. The Milwaukee Brewers coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back for the call. The bottom of the first inning in just a minute. We've got Steve Rademacher and Big Ray in the house today. We welcome you guys for being here. Hold tight. We'll be right back in just a moment. Here is our friend Steve, by the way. Check out his channel after the game when you get an opportunity. Steve Rademacher, supporter of our channel.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports, Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Thanks again, Steve. Now the starting lineups for the home team for Milwaukee. Leading off and playing second base, wearing number 16 is Colton Wong. Batting second and playing shortstop, wearing number 27 is Willy Adames. Batting third in left field, wearing number 22 is Christian Yelich. In the cleanup spot and playing first base, wearing number 11 is Rowdy Tellez. The right fielder wearing number 12 is Hunter Renfroe. Batting in the sixth spot is Omar Narvaez. He's the catcher and he wears number 10. Batting seventh and doing the designated hitting, wearing number 18 is Keston Hiura. Batting eighth and playing third base, wearing number 14 is Jace Peterson. And batting ninth today in center field, wearing number 15 is Tyrone Taylor. And they are going to be facing the right-hander Mitch Keller, who takes the hill for the Pirates. He has had two starts this year against St. Louis and the other against Washington, and he's been roughed up on occasions. He's gone 7 2/3 combined in those two starts. He's allowed 13 hits, 8 runs, 8 of which have been earned. He's walked 5 and struck out 8. And so that is the lineup that's going to be facing Keller, who is 0-2 on the season. When you look at the lineup today, the best batting average is featured by the cleanup hitter, Rowdy Tellez. So this might be what the tonic has ordered for Keller. And there's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike to Colton Wong. And the count is quickly 0-1. For Wong on the season, he's batting .209 with no homers and 5 runs batted in. He's yet to get things going. There's a fastball swung on it. It is pop foul. It's going to reach the seats over by the third base side. And that is going to run the count now to 0-2. Keller ready to go back to work. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and fires, and that is a fastball taken for a called third strike. And Wong stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by for strike 3. That's how this one is going to end up for Colton Wong in his first at bat. It was a good two-seam fastball, had a little bit of backdoor run on it that caught the inside corner. And Wong is retired. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Willy Adames. And the first pitch to Adames is a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. Adames is batting .182 on the young season with a homer and 3 RBIs. He's got 1 hit in 7 trips to the plate in this series. He's yet to get it going. There's a breaking ball that's taken upstairs for a ball, and the count goes to 1-1. The home plate umpire for this game is Adam Beck. And that last pitch from Keller looked like it was in the zone. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is lined, and diving to his right is the shortstop, Kevin Newman, who makes the catch. And that is going to retire Adames for the second out of the inning. So a line drive to shortstop retires Adames for out number 2. And that is going to leave it all up to the left fielder, Christian Yelich. For Christian Yelich on the season, he's hitting .216. He's got 1 homer and 6 runs batted in. He bats from the left side against the right-handed Keller, and there's the first pitch fastball taken for a called strike on the inside corner. And the count is 0-1. Yelich in this series has a couple of knocks. He's also got a home run and 4 RBIs. There's a pitch from Keller. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Yelich. Yelich waiting on the offering from the right-hander Keller. He swings through a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count now runs to 1-2. Both of the starting pitchers with nobody on are in full speed mode. Keller gets the ball. He's ready to go again. He kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball that misses down and in. The count now goes to 2-2 to Yelich. They really are hoping that Yelich is going to have to get things going to carry the team. He has to get back to his MVP-type form. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. There's a fastball that Yelich checks a swing on and fouls away. The count goes to 2-2. They really need to get 2 or 3 players feeding off one another. And that would help them for sure. Big Ray says, how's the weather at the game today? We'll check in on that for you. I've had to kind of go to my B feed here, so I'm not able to always keep up with the chat. Here comes the pitch from Keller. It's a fastball swung on. It is lined into the netting just over the tarp on the third base side. That keeps the count at 2-2. The roof is closed today and the temperature is 65 degrees, so that ought to indicate how this game is going to go. I haven't seen too many games with the roof closed in Milwaukee. Most of the games that we've called has been with the roof open, especially in the latter part of last year. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded back to the pitcher. Keller knocks it down. He picks it up and he underhands it over to Satsugo, who's covering first. And that is going to do it here in the bottom half of the first inning. That's going to go down as a ground out, 1-3 for out number 3. So for the Brewers in their half of the first inning, there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are through one complete. It is the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing, the Milwaukee Brewers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the top of the second inning. We're glad you guys could stop in, including Joe, Big Ray, Steve, everybody else who is listening today. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back with this from our friend Steve.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top half of the second inning. It's going to be the heart of the Pittsburgh batting order. That means it's going to be Yoshi Satsugo, Ben Gamel, and Diego Castillo to get things going against Brandon Woodruff. The first pitch to Satsugo is a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Satsugo on the season is hitting .212. He's got himself no homers and 4 runs batted in. He bats from the left side against the right-hander Woodruff, who kicks and fires. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. Satsugo originally came over from the Japanese League, where he was a star with the Yokohama Danabe Stars. He signed with the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays had him for a couple of seasons, and then they let him go. The Dodgers had picked him up. There was a fastball swung on and missed, and the count goes to 1-2. And then once the Dodgers parted ways with him, he caught on with the Pirates last year, and he had an excellent finish to the season. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Satsugo. Woodruff gets the aside from his catcher Narvaez, and he's ready to go back to work. He kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. Coming in hard is the right fielder, Renfroe. He dives and he makes the catch. And that is going to retire Satsugo. Satsugo hit the ball on the screws, and Renfroe really had to charge hard as he came toward the foul line, and he was able to make the grab as he got onto his chest and did a little bit of a barrel roll, and that's going to retire Satsugo for out number 1 here in the second inning. Just to finish with Satsugo, curious that they would throw him the breaking ball, because he is notoriously a very good breaking ball hitter. He has had trouble catching up with the fastballs. That's what has been seen recently. There's a first pitch breaking ball delivered to Ben Gamel for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Gamel is batting .200 on the season. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. The former Seattle Mariner is getting the start today in left field for the Pirates. There's a changeup that misses up and away, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Woodruff, as we said, works quickly with nobody on base. He's ready to go back to work. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. As a fastball swung on, it is fouled off the catcher, and it goes toward the third base side, and that's going to run the count to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gamble. As we mentioned, we'll be a little slow in getting back and forth to our chat. We do like to engage with the chat, so when you pop up, don't necessarily expect immediate response. As we are working off the B feed a little bit, there's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gamble. Gamble was in a bit of a collection of outfielders in Seattle. He was caught up in a numbers game a couple years ago. There is a fastball swung on and missed. Gamble's retired on strikes for out number 2. Gamble also spent some time in the Milwaukee organization before he has found a home now in Pittsburgh. But he is retired for the second out of the inning, and that brings up the right fielder, Diego Castillo. For Diego Castillo, he did his major league debut this year with the Pirates. He is 9 for 29. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. He's batting .310. He's one of the 3 players in the starting lineup today that is hitting north of 300 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And here comes the pitch from Woodruff. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Castillo. Castillo in this series has a couple of knocks. He's also got a home run. He waits from the offering from Woodruff, who rocks into the motion. He kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. And the count now runs to 1-1. Castillo waiting on the offering from Woodruff. Again, he runs into the motion. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball that runs in on the hands. It's fouled away over on the third base side. That type of pitch is one that can break bats. And that count now is 1-2 to Castillo. Castillo was acquired by the Pirates last year just before the trade deadline. Clay Holmes went to the Yankees, and Hoy Park, who is not in the lineup today, came to the Pirates along with the right-handed hitting Castillo here. And that was a trade that right now has put 2 players into the positional players that are into the lineup. I don't know if I say that they're playing every day right now, but they are getting an opportunity to play quite a bit. Last pitch was a fastball down in the dirt. The count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Castillo. Woodruff gets the sign from Narvaez. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and he fires. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now runs to 3-2. What distinguishes Castillo from some of his others, he's got these bright yellow gloves. Obviously, the Pirates' colors are black and gold. These ones are almost neon yellow. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over on the first base side. And after each pitch, he has a tendency. He steps out of the box and he readjusts his batting gloves every single time. I think of former Cleveland Indian and Rookie of the Year many years ago, Jose Charbonneau. They used to call him the human rain delay because he had such a ritual at the plate. Well, Diego Castillo doesn't have that big of a ritual, but every time he steps back, readjusts his gloves, and ready to go again. And there is a fastball swung on. It's tapped back to the mound. Woodruff tries to barehand it. He knocks it down. He picks it up. He throws to Tellez at first, and that is going to do it for the Pirates here in their half of the second inning. So Diego Castillo is retired 1-3 for the third out of the inning. The Pirates in their half of the second inning, they had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 1.5. It is the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing, the Milwaukee Brewers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with the call of the bottom of the second inning. Here's our friend Matt Hollis.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole. A little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play. But you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Just a reminder, after the game, be sure to check out another Hollis build. He's a supporter of our channel, and in turn, we like to support him. It's another Hollis build after the game. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call, the bottom of the second inning. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the heart of the Milwaukee batting order coming up to face the right-hander Mitch Keller. That means it's going to be Rowdy Tellez, Hunter Renfroe, and Omar Narvaez. They are going to be ready to go here. Rowdy Tellez on the season is hitting .273. He's got a couple of homers and 7 runs batted in. He takes a first pitch fastball that moves him off the plate for ball 1, and the count is quickly 1-0. Tellez bats from the left side against the right-hander Keller. Keller rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's going to reach the seats over on the third base side. That's going to run the count even to 1 ball and 1 strike. The Milwaukee Brewers have definitely had a challenge at first base. They've auditioned a number of players over there. I would say since Prince Fielder, they've not really had any consistency. They have had some odd individual years that have been pretty good. I say that as the first baseman, Luis Aguilar, had a decent year, and there's a breaking ball that swung on. It's tapped foul. It's rolling up the first baseline, and it is going to roll foul. It's going to run the count to 1-2. But Keston Hiura had an opportunity, was not able to secure the position. Daniel Vogelbach, when he was with the Brewers, was given opportunity, not able to secure the position. Travis Shaw, amongst others. So Rowdy Tellez is the latest to get an opportunity to be able to provide some production at that first base position. So it's kind of his job to lose right now. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tellez. And here's the pitch from Keller. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 1-2. Tellez was acquired from the Toronto Blue Jays organization last season, and he was traded for Bowden Francis, who was a minor leaguer, and Trevor Richards. Trevor Richards was acquired early in the year from Tampa Bay, and they ended up flipping him to the Blue Jays in the Tellez deal. Richards is a part of the Blue Jay bullpen. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 1-2. But Tellez playing first base was pretty much blocked, as Vladdy Guerrero has cemented that position, and it's likely that he will not be moving anywhere, at least for the next foreseeable 4 or 5 seasons, until he can become a free agent. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rowdy Tellez. Tellez digs himself in, and Keller ready to go back to work. He kicks and he fires. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into the seats down the third base line. And it still keeps the count at 2-2. Tellez has already seen 7 pitches in this at bat. So from a club perspective, he's already earned a quality at bat with the next pitch here. He's able to take some of the sting out of Mitch Keller and some of the bullets out of his gun. I'm curious to see what type of pitch count that Keller's going to have tonight. Obviously, his first 2 starts, he couldn't get through the 5th inning or to the 5th inning. And there's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted to deep right field. Moving back on the warning track is the right fielder Castillo. He looks up and it is gone. A home run for Rowdy Tellez. And Tellez has put the Brewers on the board 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. And you could just see the way it was going. Tellez was battling and battling and battling and battling. And he was just timing up the pitcher. And finally, he got a pitch he could destroy. And he hit that into right center field for the first run of the ball game. And the Brewers have now taken the lead 1-0 over the Pirates. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Hunter Renfroe. For Renfroe on the season, he's batting .200. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. So the rest of the Brewer lineup, their batting averages are suffering, but Rowdy Tellez is getting the job done right now. And there's a first pitch fastball delivered to Renfroe. Swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe has bounced around a little bit. He was acquired in the offseason for Jackie Bradley Jr. He's now in his 4th Major League uniform. There's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is 1-1. Renfroe, the former Mississippi State grad, began his big league career with the San Diego Padre organization. There's a breaking ball. The miss is down, and that runs the count to 2-1 to Renfroe. I see Kenny Weaver's in here. KK is here. Welcome, guys. We thank you for popping in. And there is a fastball swung on, and it is hit through the vacated 4-hole. As they had Renfroe played to pull, he stayed inside the baseball and inside out of the ball into right field. Nice piece of hitting, and he is aboard with a single, and that is going to bring up the catcher, Omar Narvaez. Narvaez strides to the plate with a .217 batting average. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. One would think that when the Pittsburgh Pirates in town, there could be fights at the bat rack for the opposing teams because their pitching really isn't that great. And it's not a knock on the young pitchers. They just have a lot of inexperienced players in the staff right now. And that is a quick tonic for teams that are struggling at the plate. And there is a first pitch fastball that is swung on and fouled away. The count is quickly 0-1 to Narvaez. As we said, the batting averages here for the Brewers today are pretty much god-awful. Only Rowdy Tellez entered the game hitting .273. That was the highest average. The next highest average in the lineup was Omar Narvaez at .217. Yelich was hitting .216. There's a fastball to Narvaez. It is swung on. It is lifted into shallow center field. Coming in underneath it is Brian Reynolds. He's there. He makes the catch. And that is going to retire Narvaez for the first out of the inning. So with 1 away and a runner on first, that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Keston Hiura. For Hiura on the season, he's hitting .214. He's got no homers and no RBIs. As we mentioned, Hiura was another one who was considered to be given an opportunity to play some first base last year, but he was not able to get the bat going. So here comes the first pitch to Hiura. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Hiura. Keller holds at the belt. He waits, he kicks and fires, and there's a fastball delivered. It's taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. Sometimes you have to wonder with hitters at the plate what they're looking for when they step in. You think that Hiura batting in the 7th spot would get a steady diet of fastballs. But here comes the 0-2 pitch, and there's another fastball. That's the hardest one thrown today by Keller at 99 miles an hour. That misses outside for 1-2. I am impressed with the Pittsburgh right-hander's velocity. He can really bring the pitch up. He's obviously touched 99 on the last pitch, but he's been 96, 97 easy. There's a fastball that swung on and missed. And Hiura is retired on strikes for out number 2, and that's going to leave it all up to the third baseman, Jace Peterson. For Peterson on the season, he's hitting .083. He's got no homers and no RBIs. Peterson has 2 hits in 24 trips to the plate. Originally a first-round pick of the San Diego Padres way back in 2011. The first pitch to him is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is quickly 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Keller ready to go back to work. Gets the sign from his catcher Knapp. He kicks and fires. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into shallow left center field. This ball is going to drop in front of the center fielder Reynolds. And Peterson is aboard with a single. We'll have to check on that, but it looks like that Hunter Renfroe has gone all the way around to third on the knock here with 2 away. We'll confirm that for you as we don't get the update or the angles quite as well as we'd like to. That is going to bring up the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. So Taylor steps up to the plate. He's batting .182 on the young season. The first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Ironically, Renfroe did not go all the way around to third. He was held up at second base. A little bit peculiar on that one because Renfroe, it's not that he doesn't run particularly well. He's not slow either. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to run the count to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Tyrone Taylor. Keller gets a new baseball. He rubs it up. He's ready to go back to work to the 9-hole hitter. He holds at the belt. He checks the runner. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball on the inside corner. They appeal down to first, and the first base umpire, Ben May, goes up with the right hand. Tyrone Taylor is retired on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Brewers in their half of the second, they did some damage. They had 1 run in the inning on 3 hits. It was the home run by Rowdy Tellez that opened the scoring. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We're now through 2 complete. It is the Milwaukee Brewers 1, Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. The call of the top of the 3rd inning. We're glad you guys could be with us. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher. He is in the chat today. If you have any questions that you have for Steve, be sure to shout him out and ask him when he's going to get this haircut next.
Hello, friends. Steve coming back at you. A clean-shaven Steve. Thank you for watching The Last Raps Baseball. And please continue to support my channel among others, like Another Hollis Build. Awesome commercial. And now I'll show you a few more things that we do have. We have toys, like this bobblehead Star Wars on wheels. We have Noids. We can't keep avoiding them forever. We do have Legos. Love my Legos. We have Origami Folder. Check him out. He's new into this. Getting started. Has good following already. We have Red Beard Breaks. And we also have these things that, in a pinch, will tell you what your temperature is. So, if you like all of this, and if you like Last Raps Baseball, join all of us. We'd love to have you. And I know you would enjoy us. Thank you, peace, good night, and cheers.
Welcome back, everybody. We have the hobbyist in the house. We welcome you, Chris. He's at work. We won't tell anybody if you won't. At least you're not at the game. And so here we are back to the live action. It's going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the batting order for the Pirates. Josh Van Meter, Kevin Newman, and Andrew Knapp to face Brandon Woodruff. And Van Meter took the first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Van Meter. Woodruff ready to go back to work. He delivers a changeup that misses down and away. And the count now runs to 1-1. For Van Meter on the season, he's hitting .231. He's got a homer and 1 run batted in. He's hitting from the left side against the right-hander Woodruff, who rocks into the motion and kicks and fires. And there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Van Meter. Van Meter originally was a 5th-round pick of the San Diego Padres. He was drafted, he was a high school pick. He's bounced around quite a bit. He was with the Cincinnati Reds. Last couple of seasons, he was with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now he has landed with the Pirates. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses upstairs. They appeal down to third. The third base umpire, Scott Berry, says he didn't go, and that's going to even the count at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Van Meter. Van Meter probably is in his last ticket here of any of the teams in Major League Baseball. One would have to think that if he doesn't get it going here, probably Asia might be the next opportunity. There's a fastball that swung on and fouled away. The count is 2-2. There's often sometimes progressions. And once you get to the Pirates or the Diamondbacks or some of those organizations, the next opportunity could be overseas. So he's going to get an opportunity here in the early going to get some at-bats and see what he can do. There's a fastball that's taken for a called third strike. Van Meter stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by for out number 1. That is the 4th strikeout of the ball game now for Woodruff. He absolutely just froze the hitter. There was a lot of downward taper on that pitch, taken at the knees for the called third strike. And that is going to bring up the shortstop, Kevin Newman. Our hobbyist says he got a gold wander out of bunt. It's kind of funny. There's a fastball that swung on tap foul. It's just on the home plate side of third base. For those of you who aren't sure what bunt is the Topps digital app. It is a trading card game, but also you can put players in your lineup. You can score points. You can win prizes. You used to be able to win physical prizes. They don't do that so much anymore. And there was a fastball that misses down and in. And the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Kevin Newman. So Woodruff getting the side from his catcher, Narvaez. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball, ticket for a called strike. Count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Newman. Newman on the season's hitting .200. He's got no homers and 5 RBIs. And here comes the pitch from Woodruff. It is a fastball swung on. It's grounded to third. It's fielded neatly by the third baseman, Peterson. He throws to first. And that is going to retire Newman on a ground out, 5-3 for out number 2 here in the 3rd inning. And that is going to leave it all up to the catcher, Andrew Knapp. So Brandon Woodruff has retired the first 8 batters he's faced here in this ball game. He's been very efficient today. As we said, coming into the ball game, he had a 1-1 record, but he was roughed up in his 2 outings. Had a fluffed up ERA of 7.27. With a very efficient 2 2/3 here. That's taken a big chunk out of that. There's a first pitch breaking ball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Andrew Knapp. Knapp on the season is batting .100. He's got no homers and 2 RBIs. He bats from the left side against the right-handed tossing Woodruff, and there's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. This is not Knapp's first organization. He himself has bounced around a little bit. And there is a fastball delivered, and it's taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-2. Andrew Knapp was originally drafted by the Oakland Athletics out of high school. He was then reselected out of UCal Berkeley by the Philadelphia Phillies in the second round of the 2013 draft. This is his first year in a Pirate uniform, as he's spent his entire career with the Phillies. There is a fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to do it here for the Pirates in their half of the third inning. Brandon Woodruff is making it look easy. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We're now through 2.5. It is the Milwaukee Brewers 1, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment. They call at the bottom of the third inning in just a couple moments. Here is one of our Did You Knows. We'll be right back in just a moment, everybody, with the call of the bottom of the third inning. It is 1-0 for the Brewers. Stick around. We'll be back after this from our friend Dave.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back, everybody. We are cruising to the bottom half of the third inning. It is a 1-0 ball game for the Brewers. The solo homer by Rowdy Tellez has been the difference in this one so far. It'll be the top of the order, Colton Wong, Willie Adames, and Christian Yelich to get things going here in the bottom half of the third inning. That is how it will get going. The Brewers had 3 hits in the second inning off of Keller. We were saying about how the Brewers are just, their batting averages for the players in this game are absolutely brutal. Rowdy Tellez began the game at the .273 batting average, but after that, it was a .217 average from Narvaez, .216 from Yelich, and .214 from Keston Hiura that have the next best hitters in the lineup. So usually Pittsburgh Pirate pitching is a good tonic for the Brewers to get things going. So here comes the first pitch from Keller. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed by Colton Wong, and the count is 0-1. Wong today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. His average has slipped to .205 on the season, and there's a fastball swung on and missed. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Based on those 2 swings from Wong, I would think that if I'm Keller, I might do something soft here and then go back with a heater. Instead, he throws a fastball and he misses his spot. He missed outside. The catcher was set up inside. Count goes to 1-2 now. We got Jimmy Redbeard in the house today. Welcome, Jimmy. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded softly over to second. It's fielded on a couple of hops by Van Meter. He throws on the run to first base, and that is going to retire Wong on a ground out, 4-3 for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Willie Adames. For Adames today, he is 0 for 1. He lined out to the shortstop his first time up. The shortstop, Kevin Newman, had to lay out to his right to go and get that one. Was able to make the play on Adames. That ball was destined for left field. So here comes the first pitch from Keller. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Keller ready to go back to work. He delivers a breaking ball that is swung on and fouled away. The count now goes quickly to 0-2. I really like the fastball of Mitch Keller. Very impressed. As we said, he's run it up to as high as 99 miles an hour. But he's typically sitting at about 96, 97. But he's not able to do much with his off-speed pitch. And there is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-2. If he could develop another pitch, a secondary pitch here, he could be, at the very least, a very interesting pitcher for somebody's bullpen. There is a fastball swung on. It's grounded softly to short. It's fielded neatly by Kevin Newman. He fires to first, and that is going to retire Adames. So they ground out 6-3 for out number 2. And that is going to bring up the left fielder, Christian Yelich. For Yelich today, he is 0 for 1. He grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. His average has slipped to 211 on the season. And here comes the first pitch from Keller. It's a fastball swung on. It is fouled to the third base side of home plate, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Yelich. The Brewers are looking to complete the 3-game sweep here as they've won the first 2 games of this series, 5-2 and 6-1. There's a fastball swung on. It's fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over on the third base side. It's going to run the count now to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Keller gets the side from his catcher, and he's ready to go back to work. And it's a fastball at 99 miles an hour that missed upstairs. Count is 1-2. So the fastballs, when he rears back, when he throws it, usually the ones that miss at 99 are up in the zone. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Yelich is gone on strikes, and the Brewers are retired in order for the second time today. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We're through 3 complete. It is the Milwaukee Brewers won the Pittsburgh Pirates. Nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the call on the top of the 4th inning after this from our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never.
Welcome back, everybody. Brandon Woodruff is back on the hill for his 4th inning of work. He's going to be facing the top of the order. It'll be Vogelbach, Reynolds, and Hayes. And the first pitch delivered to Vogelbach is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. For Vogelbach today, he popped out to the third baseman his first time up. He is 0 for 1. He's getting the start in the leadoff spot, which I had to do a double take when I was writing the lineup here. And there's a changeup that misses down and away, and the count is 1-1. A 270-pound leadoff hitter. I wonder if that's going to be one of the heaviest on record of all time. We'd have to do that, get to the Elias Sports Bureau to see if there's anybody bigger. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is now 1-2 to Vogelbach. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Vogelbach waiting on the offering from the right-hander Woodruff. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. As we said, traditionally, the leadoff spot is kept for the Rabbits. Guys you can run, they can get on base, and you can move them around with the bats that come behind. You don't typically put your snowplows in the 1 or 2 spots. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted foul down the third base line. The count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Vogelbach. Woodruff has faced the minimum so far here as he enters into the 4th inning. He's been very effective in his 3 innings of work so far, and there's a fastball swung on. This is lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats over behind third base, and that keeps the count at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The one thing that this does is it also takes the pressure off of the bullpens. Bullpens in the early going for most teams have been used because with the lack of length of spring training, a lot of the starting pitchers have not been stretched out. The major league teams were allowed to keep a couple extra players on their roster through the month of April. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and that runs the count to 3-2 now to Vogelbach. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. They are playing the shift. They have the defense to the right side of the infield for Vogelbach, and there's a fastball that misses outside, and that'll be the first base runner of the ball game for the Pirates. As Vogelbach has himself a leadoff walk here in the 4th inning, that is going to bring up the center fielder Brian Reynolds. For Reynolds today, he is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. His average has slipped down to .238 on the season. The switch hitter is batting left-handed against the right-handed throwing Woodruff. He steps in at the plate. Woodruff gets the sign from his catcher, and he's ready to go to work. He holds at the belt, and he kicks and fires. There's a changeup taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. The 11 batters that Woodruff has faced today, 9 of them have received a first pitch strike. He is filling up the zone for sure, attacking the hitters, getting ahead. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Runs the count now to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Brian Reynolds. The Pirates, like a few other teams, pundits have them potentially losing over 100 ball games this year. They really lack in a lot of facets of the game, not a lot of team speed, not a lot of hitting. Defense is a bit questionable. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Reynolds for the first out of the inning. So that is going to bring up the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. And in such a way, it's a shame because the Pittsburgh Pirate fans, you would think that they deserve so much better. They're a pretty loyal bunch, a hardy bunch in Pittsburgh. Not just the Pirate fans, but you think of the Steelers and the Penguins who have long storied franchises, especially the Pirates, and this is how the fan base continually is treated. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into deep center field. Moving back onto the warning track is the center fielder, Taylor. He makes the catch over the shoulder. That is just going to be a long out for Hayes, and he is retired for the second out of the inning. That is going to leave it all up to the first baseman, Yoshi Satsugo. So just to finish off that thought, the Pirates, for pretty much a cornerstone franchise in all of baseball, not getting an opportunity to give their fan base something to cheer about with the lineups that they roll out, but yet they're charging major league prices. So that brings up the first baseman, Yoshi Tsutsugo. Tsutsugo is 0 for 1 today. He lined out to the right fielder his first time up. We talked about Tsutsugo in the playoffs a couple of years ago. They found that he had a hard time catching up to fastballs. And there's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. But he is notoriously a good breaking ball hitter, and that was the ball that he hit on the screws to Hunter Renfroe his first time up. So if I'm Brandon Woodruff, I'm attacking this guy with hard stuff, both inside and outside. But I want to bury my breaking stuff into the dirt so he doesn't have anything to swing at. Here's the 0-1. There's a fastball at 94 miles an hour that misses upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. The statistic that the Tampa Bay Rays saw was that pitchers that were throwing 95 plus, the batting average that Tsutsugo had against 95 plus mile an hour fastballs was something about 130. That's what kept him out of the World Series games. There's a fastball at 94 swung on. It's driven deep to left field. Moving back on the warning track is Yelich. He's got the room and he hauls it in. It's 2 well-struck balls today by Tsutsugo and both to the gloves of the corner outfielders. That is going to do it here for Pittsburgh in their half of the 4th inning. There's no runs, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left on base on the Daniel Vogelbach walk. We're now through 3.5. It is the Milwaukee Brewers 1, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the bottom of the 4th inning. We're glad you could be here. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's going to be the heart of the Milwaukee batting order coming to bat. That means Rowdy Tellez, Hunter Renfroe, and Omar Narvaez to face the right-hander Mitch Keller. The home run by Tellez is the difference in this one as he's got the Brewers out to a 1-0 lead. And the first pitch delivered from Mitch Keller is a fastball, take it for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. We got Big D in the house. He jumped in to say hello and pump his fist. Nice to see you in here, Big D. Thanks for stopping by. So here comes the 0-1 pitch from Keller, and instead the home plate umpire, Adam Beck, pops out and calls time. We're going to do this all over again. So Keller gets the sign from his catcher. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Tellez. Tellez bats from the left side versus the right-hander Keller, and Keller goes into the motion, and he delivers a breaking ball that swung on and fouled away, and that's going to run the count to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rowdy Tellez. Thing I do notice about Tellez is, in my opinion, he looks like he's in a lot better shape than he was when he was in Toronto. He's not necessarily a guy who, when you look at him, that he's sloppy and out of shape right now, as he seemed to be in Toronto. And there's a breaking ball swung on it. It's grounded softly over to second. It's fielded by Van Meter. He throws to first. That will retire Tellez on a ground out, 4-3 for out number 1 here in the 4th inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Hunter Renfroe. For Renfroe today, he is 1 for 1. He singled his last time up. He's been able to raise his season batting average to 220 with that knock. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs, and the first pitch delivered from Keller is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count quickly goes to 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Renfroe. Keller ready to go back to work quickly. He delivers another breaking ball. It is swung on. It's grounded to third. Fielded neatly by the third baseman, Hayes. He fires to first. And just like that, there are 2 up and 2 away here in the 4th inning. That is going to leave it all up to the catcher, Omar Narvaez. For Narvaez today, he is 0 for 1. He flew up to center field his last time up. He bats here with 2 out in the 4th inning. Right-hander Keller in a groove. Both of these pitchers are in pretty much a solid groove right now. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into shallow left field. This ball is going to bleed down in front of the left fielder Gamble, and Narvaez is going to get himself a base hit. He hit that one right off the end of the bat, and he flared it off into left, but it looks like a line drive in the box score. That is going to leave it up to Keston Hiura. For Hiura today, he is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. One would think that the Brewers would hope to get some production or some table setting from the bottom part of the order. So here comes the first pitch to Hiura. It's a fastball. Take it for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Anything to be able to turn the batting over to the top part. They've got to get some stuff going here with 7, 8, and 9. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. There is a breaking ball that is down and away, but the batter Hiura has swung at it. That is going to run the count now to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Hiura digs himself back in. He's ready on the 0-2 offering from Keller. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball at 99 that misses off the outside corner. That runs the count now to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hiura. Some of the regular players in the Brewer lineup are getting the day off today. Andrew McCutchen, who's off to a decent start in his new uniform, gets the day off. There's a fastball that misses down in the way, and the count is 2-2. Also out of the lineup today is Lorenzo Cain. He gets the day off this afternoon. Maybe a possibility to see them later in the ball game, but one would think that the Brewers would like to come out, give them a full day's rest. There was a fastball swung on and missed, and Hiura is gone on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. For the Brewers in their half of the 4th, they had no runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 4 complete innings. It is the Pittsburgh Pirates trailing the Milwaukee Brewers 1-0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the call of the top of the 5th inning. We're glad you could come on in and check us out today. We appreciate you all being here. Here is our friend Matt again.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Once again, that's Matt Hollis and another Hollis build. After the game, be sure to go and check him out. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call, the top of the 5th inning between the Brewers and the Pirates. Glad you're with us today. Welcome back, everybody. We are cruising to the top of the fifth inning. It is going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Pittsburgh batting order to face Brandon Woodruff, who has absolutely sliced and diced today. For the Brewers so far, it's going to be Ben Gamel, Diego Castilla, and Josh Van Meter. Woodruff, through his first 4 innings of work, has only thrown 63 pitches. He has walked 1, struck out 6. He has yet to allow a hit. So Ben Gamel steps up to the plate to face him. He is 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. He bats from the left side against the right-hander Woodruff, who rocks into the motion and kicks and delivers. There's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. When I watch Gamel and I watch the pitcher Woodruff, one word comes to mind, and that is overmatched. Woodruff is absolutely on fire so far today. Here comes the 0-1. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that misses inside. Count goes to 1-1. And I say this as a neutral because I'm not a fan of either team per se. I like some of the individual talent that is on both sides, but not necessarily either one particular that I'm cheering for. And there's a breaking ball that is swung on and fouled away. Count goes to 1-2. But certainly in watching Brandon Woodruff today, I'm not sure how his last 2 outings went the way they did, but he is overpowering today. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gamel. Woodruff ready to go back to work, and he kicks and fires. There's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that swung on and missed. And Gamel goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. That's the second time today he has been retired on strikes. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Diego Castillo. For Castillo today, he is 0 for 1. He grounded back to the pitcher Woodruff his first time up. It was interesting play when I thought about the highlights from that Tiger-Yankee game last night where the pitcher for the Tigers broke a fingernail on a pitch. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. Count is 1-0 to Castillo. Similar here with Woodruff. When Woodruff delivered, he had a ball that was hit back to him, and he fielded it with his bare hand. Anytime pitchers field the ball with their bare hands, you always kind of cringe as a coach or a manager. There's a breaking ball that is taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Last thing you want is your starter to have a finger broken or fingernail or something, or a bruise on a comebacker. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Castillo digs in on the right side, waiting for the offering from Woodruff. Woodruff stares through his glove to get the sign from his catcher, Narvaez, just over the top of the glove. There's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Castillo waiting on the offering now from Woodruff. Here comes the 3-1. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into straightaway center field. Moving back on it is the center fielder, Taylor. He's on the edge of the warning track. He makes the catch, and that is going to retire Castillo for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Josh Van Meter. For Van Meter today, he is 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up back in the 3rd inning. Van Meter's average has slipped to 214 here on the season. He gets himself dug in, and he's ready to face the right-hander Woodruff. Woodruff is having himself quite the day today. It's the sign from his catcher, Narvaez. He's ready to go to work. Here he comes the motion. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball taken on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. And now that he's been around the zone for as much as he has been here in these 4 2/3 innings of work, he's starting to get some of the calls. That last pitch looked like it was off the outside corner, but because he's been so consistent and so good, he's going to get some of those pitches. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 0-2. When I watch the Pittsburgh batters, the word that comes to my mind is confused. They just seem that they are shaking their heads at some of the pitches that Woodruff is delivering. He has been all around the zone today. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And Woodruff kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on and missed. And Van Meter goes down for the second time today on strikes for out number 3. So for the Pirates in their half of the fifth inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. The pitcher Woodruff has a no-hitter through 5. It is the Brewers 1, the Pirates nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the top of the 6th inning. We're glad you guys could be here.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. It's Dave's Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's going to be Jace Peterson, Tyrone Taylor, and Colton Wong to get things going against Mitch Keller. This has been a very well-pitched ball game so far today. Both of the pitchers are cruising right along. The only mistake that Keller has made has been the solo shot to Rowdy Tellez. He's allowed 4 hits in his 4 innings of work. He's ready to go back to work, and the first pitch is a breaking ball delivered to Jace Peterson that is swung on and fouled away. And the count is quickly 0-1. Peterson today is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. He's rating on the offering from Keller. Here comes the 0-1. He kicks and fires. There's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. Peterson waiting on the offering from Keller, who goes back to work. He fires a fastball. This is swung on. It is lifted down the left field line. Moving over toward the seats is Ben Gamble. He has a little bit of room. He leaps and he can't come up with the catch. And that is just going to be a long strike, as it is a foul ball. It's going to keep the count at 0-2. Gamble had a chance to get it. It hit him in the heel of the glove as he had to jump, and he slams into the wall. He just kind of mistimed his jump to the ball. But he did have an opportunity to be able to catch that. That's just going to be a long strike or a long foul ball, and that's going to keep the count at 0-2. So here we go, ready to go back to work. Keller delivers a fastball. It is swung on. It is tapped slowly back to the pitcher. He fields it. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Peterson on a ground out. 1-3. You get a chance to see that one on the replay. I'm really not sure why Gamble had to leave his feet, because the ball was still in the field of play, even though there's not much of a fence there in left field as the foul territory, as it starts to angle. There is seating there in the corner. I don't think he really had to get to the spot where he had to leap for it. So that brings up the 9-hole hitter Tyrone Taylor, and the first pitch to Taylor is a fastball that misses down for ball 1. Count is 1-0. Sometimes it depends on how far you are. We've got Josh in the house here today. Welcome, Josh. Thanks for being here. There's a fastball swung on. That's fouled away. Count goes to 1-1. We are going to be calling a couple of Japanese games on the weekend, so hopefully those of you who are here, if you're up late night, it'll be Friday night and Saturday night, we will be on the airwaves. So here comes the 1-1 pitch, and there is a breaking ball swung on. It's popped up over on the right side of the infield. Moving over underneath it is Tsutsugo. He makes the catch. And that is going to retire Taylor for the second out of the inning. So he is gone for out number 2, and that's going to leave it up to the top of the order, Colton Wong. For Colton Wong today, he is 0 for 2. He struck out in the first and grounded to second back in the third inning. His average is slowly declining. He's down to 200 now. And here comes the first pitch from Keller, who kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is quickly 0-1 to Wong. Curious to see how many pitches that the Pirates are going to allow Keller to throw today. But the way he is throwing right now, you have to like it if you're a Pirate fan. There's a breaking ball swung on. This is tap foul behind home plate on the first base side, and the count goes now to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Keller gets the sign from his catcher, Knapp. He's ready to go back to work, and there's a breaking ball swung on and missed. It was trapped to the ground by Knapp, and he applies the tag to the batter, Wong, and that is going to do it. So for the Pittsburgh Pirates, or check that, for the Milwaukee Brewers in their half of the 5th inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We're now through 5 complete innings. It is the Milwaukee Brewers 1, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Stick around. We'll be back with the top of the 6th. In just a moment here, we thank you guys for being with us. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher again.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPG baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call of the top of the 6th inning. Glad you could be here with us on a Wednesday afternoon. Hang tight. Welcome back, everybody. We appreciate you being here. Carson says, I think I'm the only viewer in here. It looks like there's about 7 of you, but we appreciate you being one of those 7. We thank you for your support and listening in. And now coming up to bat is Kevin Newman. He is leading off here. It'll be Newman, Knapp, and Daniel Vogelbach, the top of the order. And the first pitch delivered from Woodruff is a breaking ball that is swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Woodruff is not allowed to hit through his first 5 innings of work. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now is is now 1-1. We've also got Jamal Charlie in here. He says, you're welcome. It's all good. We've got a few people that are checking it out, that are bouncing in and around. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Newman. Newman today is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. as I said, Woodruff is now up to 78 pitches. Curious to see if they're going to extend him or not. He really hasn't done a whole lot. And there is a fastball that is swung on and missed. Runs the count now to 2-2 to Kevin Newman. For Kevin Newman, originally was a first-round pick of the Pirates out of the University of Arizona back in the 2015 draft. He's been with them. He's a home run player his entire career. Broke into the big leagues in 2018. He is with them now in the 5th full season. He's been 3 full seasons. It was a part-time role in 2018. He's a lifetime 256 hitter. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right center field. Moving over on it is the right fielder, Renfroe. He calls off Tyrone Taylor. He makes the grab. That looked kind of dangerous out there, the way those two were playing it. Renfroe makes the grab. Taylor, it looked like they were on a collision course for a potential disaster. And right at the last moment, Taylor yields to Renfroe, who makes the grab, and that is one away. That's going to bring up the catcher, Andrew Knapp. For Knapp, he is 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. He's ready on the offering from Woodruff, who gets ready to go. Here comes the pitch. He kicks and fires. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. As we mentioned about Andrew Knapp, he was originally with the Philadelphia Phillies organization. He spent his entire career there. He came over to the Pirates in the offseason here. His first year out of the Philly organization, he was actually signed by the Cincinnati Reds in the offseason after he was granted free agency by the Phillies, and the Reds released him just before the start of the season. He never played a game with the Reds. 3 days later, the Pirates snapped him up. There's a fastball that missed inside from Woodruff, and the count goes to 1-1. Woodruff ready to go back to work again quickly. Kicks and delivers. There's a changeup swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2 on Knapp. I think if I'm Woodruff in this position, I'm going to dial it up with a fastball. I don't know if Knapp can catch up to it. Let's see if that's what they're thinking, if they follow the changeup up with some high heat. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Woodruff rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses up and away. And the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. We do appreciate everybody who does check in to listen to our calls of the game. Here comes the 2-2 from Woodruff. It's a fastball swung on. It's lifted to the seats over on the third base side, and the count goes to 2-2. Just a couple of programming notes. We haven't put up all our stuff that we're going to be doing over the next couple of days, but we are going to be back on the airwaves tomorrow for the Tigers and the Yankees. That game is going to go at Comerica Park at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific, so hopefully you can join us. So here comes the 2-2 from Woodruff. He kicks and fires. There is a changeup that misses down. The count goes to 3-2. We are going to have a programming note. We are going to get rid of the Pirates and the Cubs on Friday. There's been some other changes here that we have to adhere to. But we are going to call a couple of the Japanese League games on Friday and Saturday. So if you're up late night on the West Coast, it'll be 10 p.m. first pitches, 1 a.m. Eastern. And here's the pitch, and it is a breaking ball that misses up and away. And Knapp has drawn himself a base on balls. That's the second walk issued today by the right-hander Woodruff, and that's going to bring the top of the order, Daniel Vogelbach, to the plate. And that is not a misprint. Daniel Vogelbach is hitting in the leadoff spot today for the Pirates. He is 0 for 1 today. He popped out to the third baseman his first time up. He walked back in the fourth. He's ready to face the right-hander Woodruff. Knapp establishes his lead over at first. It's not a big lead. Woodruff holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on it. Is lifted into right center field. Coming in on it is Taylor. It's going to get down. And that is going to be a base hit for Vogelbach. That is the first hit of the ball game for the Pirates. And now they've got something brewing here in their half of the sixth inning as Andrew Knapp stops at second. And that is going to bring up the center fielder, Brian Reynolds. So the Pirates are starting to find their wheels here against the right-hander Woodruff. So Vogelbach is the runner at first. Knapp is the runner at second. And Reynolds, who has struck out twice today, steps up to the plate. It'd be quite the shame if this happened a little bit differently. Reynolds is now digging in as he's going to face the right-hander. Woodruff kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. We will look at the out-of-town scoreboard in a little bit as there are now 3 other games underway. There's a couple of double headers as there's been some poor weather back east. So here comes the 0-1 pitch from Woodruff. Checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Reynolds. Brian Hayes is waiting his turn on deck. So Reynolds is an important batter here for the right-hander Woodruff to try to retire. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and fires. There is a changeup swung on and missed. And the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Reynolds. This here could be a turning point in the ballgame for the Pirates. We watched the Diamondbacks and the Nationals yesterday, and the turning point happened right around this time when Ketel Marte had dropped a routine pop-up for the 3rd out of the inning. The next thing you know, the Nationals scored 2 runs after that and never looked back. So here comes the 1-2 from Woodruff. And there is a changeup swung on and missed. And Reynolds is retired on strikes for the 3rd time this afternoon. And that is going to leave it all up to the third baseman, Brian Hayes. For Hayes today, he is officially 0 for 2. He struck out looking his first time up. He's flown to center field. His average has slipped to .317 on the afternoon. So Brandon Woodruff ready to go back to work. The runner on second is Knapp. The runner on first is Vogelbach. And here comes the pitch from Woodruff. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. At one point in the ball game, 9 of the 11 first pitches had been thrown for strikes by Woodruff. He's definitely getting ahead in the counts, and he is filling up the zone. There is action that is starting to happen in the Milwaukee bullpen. Brent Suter is up and throwing. He's getting ready in a hurry. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Brian Hayes. Woodruff leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Narvaez. He comes set at the belt. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and fires. There is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into left center field. Coming hard is the left fielder, Yelich. He's going to have room, and he makes the catch right in front of Tyrone Taylor. There's got to be some communication issues going on with the Brewers, obviously with Taylor not being a regular. Looked like it was another one destined for a potential collision, but Hayes is gone for out number 3 here in the 6th inning. The Pirates threatened, but they do not score. There were no runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 5.5. It is the Milwaukee Brewers 1, the Pittsburgh Pirates 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. The call at the bottom of the 6th inning. We're glad you could tune in here with us today. Wherever you're at, we appreciate you being here. Hold tight. We'll be right back. Would you like to support Last Drafts Baseball? We would appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out our eBay page where we have baseball merchandise. We also have stuff from the Japanese League for those who listen from Japan, but we also do other sports like football and basketball as well. Don't forget, visit Last Raps Baseball's eBay store to help support the channel. We'll be glad you did. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the sixth inning. It is a 1-0 Milwaukee lead, and that is going to be a Willie Adames, Christian Yelich, and Rowdy Tellez to get things going for the Brew Crew in their half of the sixth. Six innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts by Brandon Woodruff. He threw 95 pitches. We were looking at that in the dugout. It might be the end of the day for him today. They do have Brent Suter heating up in the bullpen. We would think that it's going to be tough for the Pirates to come back with that Milwaukee pen the way it is. So Mitch Keller on the mound, and he's ready to face Adames for the first batter of the sixth inning. And it takes a fastball for a called strike on the inside corner. The count is 0-1. In this series, the Pirates have had a hard time scoring runs. They've only scored 3 in the first 2 games combined, and there was a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Adames. Keller ready to go back to work, and there's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that misses up in the zone, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting shortstop of the Milwaukee Brewers. Keller ready to go back to work. He kicks and fires, and there's a fastball at 96 that backs Adames off the plate, and that runs the count even to 2-2. One would have to think that Keller, as we have time called by the home plate umpire Beck, trying to put Adames away here. He's induced a line drive to short and a ground out to short. Maybe something soft here will induce another ground ball in that direction. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Keller rocks into the motion. He kicks and he fires. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Adames is gone for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up Christian Yelich. That is the 7th strikeout of the ball game recorded by Keller. He's pitched very well here today. He's only allowed 4 hits. He hasn't walked anyone. He's had great command and control. Now he's got a visit from the pitching coach as Christian Yelich comes to the plate, and that looks like it's going to do it. As he has reached his pitch limit, we are going to be getting a call to the bullpen. Pirates are making a pitching change, and we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a couple of moments after this pitching change is completed. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We have a pitching change. It is going to be Anthony Banda coming into the game. It is a left-handed pitcher, the 6'2", 220-pounder, 28 years old, originally drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers out of San Jacinto College in the 2012 draft. He is making his 5th appearance for the Pirates this year. He's been a major league veteran of the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Tampa Bay Rays, and also the New York Mets. So far this season, in 4 games, he's worked 3 2/3 innings. He's allowed 4 hits, 1 run earned. He has walked none and struck out 5. So he is coming on to replace Mitch Keller, who had himself a very, very good start. The only one mistake was the home run to Rowdy Tellez that has given the Brewers a 1-0 lead. So Banda is going to be coming on and entrusted to face Christian Yelich, Rowdy Tellez, and potentially Hunter Renfroe. So he's going to be in here to face the 2 lefties. So Banda taking over. He's ready to go to work. He comes set at the belt. And here comes the first pitch to Yelich. It is a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Yelich. For Yelich today, he is 0 for 2. He has grounded to the pitcher, and he has struck out. His average has dipped to 205 on the season. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to first. Fielded by Setsugo. He flips it over to Banda covering. That's going to go down as a ground out, 3-1. It was not the easiest of plays for the pitcher, Banda. That ball was hit more into the 4-hole. Setsugo had to field it. Had to make a good toss to be able to get it to Banda. That is going to do it for Yelich for out number 2, and that's going to bring up the fellow who's provided the only offense today for the Brewers, and that's Rowdy Tellez. For Tellez, he is 1 for 2 today. He's homered and grounded to second. He's got 3 homers and leads the team for the Brewers. And here comes the first pitch from Banda, who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. Tellez digs in and ready to face the offering from the lefty Banda. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal over to the third base umpire. The third base umpire is Scott Berry. Shows he didn't go. So the count evens up at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Tellez. I would anticipate that both of these starting pitchers are potentially done here, as Woodruff has ratcheted his up to 86 pitches now with Keller out of the game. So here comes the 2-1 from Banda. He kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Count now goes to 2-2. So both pretty good starts. For both the starting pitchers today. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tellez. Banda gets the assign from his catcher, Knapp. He's ready to go back to work. He holds at the belt. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted up into shallow center field. Coming over underneath it is the center fielder, Reynolds. He makes the catch, and that is going to do it here for the Brewers in their half of the 6th inning. So for Milwaukee in their half of the 6th, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Through 6 complete, it is the Milwaukee Brewers 1, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the call, the top of the 7th inning. We're glad you guys could be here with us. Here's our friend Steve again. Steve Rademacher. After the game, be sure to check out his channel for all your needs.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher, and if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Appreciate you, Steve, and your support of our channel. And in turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher. Again, once the game is finished, make sure you go over and stop by his. He's got Money Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, Saturday morning cartoons, or the Sunday shoutouts. There is something there for everybody. Now, just a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. There are a few other games going on in Major League Baseball today. In the top of the fourth inning, the Cleveland Guardians have a 10-0 lead over the White Sox. White Sox have made 4 errors in that ball game, and they are currently down by a converted touchdown and a field goal. The bottom of the first inning, the Rockies and the Phillies are all knotted up at zeros. In Los Angeles, the Braves are trailing the Dodgers in the bottom of the first inning 2-0. Those are your out-of-town scores. All the other games are late starts tonight. Certainly the game between the White Sox and the Guardians is a day-night doubleheader. Is the first of 2 for that one there. So the White Sox are going to have to look to regroup. We do have a pitching change, and it's going to be Brad Boxberger coming in. We were anticipating it might be Brent Suter, but Boxberger is in the ball game here. He is going to be taking over to face Yoshi Satsugo, Ben Gamble, and Diego Castillo. And the first pitch from Boxberger is a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Satsugo today is 0 for 2, but he has hit the ball hard. Both of his times up. He's hit it to each of the corner outfielders. There's a fastball that misses down in it, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Satsugo. Boxberger ready to go back to work again. Kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. For Boxberger, he was originally drafted out of high school at the 20th round by the Royals, but he was redrafted out of USC by the Cincinnati Reds. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 3-1 to Satsugo. Back in the 2009 draft, he was an all-star with the Tampa Bay Rays in 2015. That year, he saved 41 ball games. So here comes the 3-1 pitch. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes to 3-2 to Satsugo. But Boxberger has bounced around a little bit. He began his big league career with the Padres. He spent some time in the Tampa organization. And he went to Arizona with the Royals, Miami, and now he's in his second season with the Brewers. And there's a fastball that misses off the outside corner. And Yoshi Satsugo has drawn himself a walk to lead off things here in the 7th inning, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Ben Gamble. Curious to see how they're going to try to manufacture some runs here. You've got a leadoff guy on. I know when we do the Japanese League, you can pretty much anticipate a bunt. But North American baseball is a little bit different. Ben Gamble steps up to the dish. His average has slipped to 188 on the year. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Sometimes people will say, why are we taking the bat out of the hitter's hands? Well, maybe the bat's already been taken out of the hands. He takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count's 0-1. You got to find a way to manufacture a run here with 3 innings left, 9 outs to go if you're a Pirate fan. So move them into scoring position and take 2 cracks to bring them home. Why not? You're not scoring a lot of runs anyway. And there's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded into the 4-hole. It's fielded by the second baseman, Wong, who goes to his backhand side. He fires to second for one, back to first. It's not in time. Gamble got down the line. He was able to beat it out. That's going to go down as a fielder's choice, 4-6 to erase Setsugo for out number 1. Gamble is safe at first, and that's going to bring up Diego Castillo. So there's my whole case in point. Comes up swinging. The first pitch is a rollover to second. He doesn't move the runner along into scoring position. Instead, there's a force out, a potential for a double play. And what is now set up is basically the same scenario, but with a 1 out instead of with 1 out and a runner on second. It's 1 out and a runner on first. So here we go back to the live action. It's going to be Diego Castillo stepping to the dish. He is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded back to the pitcher, and he has flown out to center field. The purists who listen from Boston are probably rolling in their graves when they have to think about how this game is being played here. Pirates already offensively challenged. Don't do anything to help the cause. There's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1 to Castillo. So Boxberger gets help from the offensive side of things after he walked the leadoff batter. And Boxberger throws over to first, and Gamble gets back safely. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-handed batter Castillo digs in. He's got his bat waggling around. His hands are right up around his head. He waits on the pitch from Boxberger. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count now goes even to 1-1. Just trying to process this thought process for the Pirates. Pirates, as we say, are an offensively challenged club. We realize that the long ball is obviously in vogue in Major League Baseball. But you have a team that has a struggle to hit. Why not move them over? And there's a breaking ball that even makes the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. I guess we're going to have to let this inning play out and see what happens. But certainly a single here would have scored that runner. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. Boxberger holds at the chest. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted shallow left field. It's caught by Adames. He fires it back across the diamond to first, and Gamble has been doubled off. Unbelievable play. Great play by the shortstop Adames. That's a double play, 6-3 to end the inning here. And that is why the Pirates, why I asked that question a moment ago, why they didn't bunt their guy over to second base. They need 1 run to tie it. And instead, they send the minimum to the plate as Gamble is doubled off of first base. So in the top half of the 7th inning, there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 6.5. It is the Milwaukee Brewers 1, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 7th inning when we return. Certainly, if you're a Brewer fan, you are fist pumping that one for sure. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the 7th inning, and the Pirates may have squandered themselves an opportunity that last half inning as they got their leadoff man aboard and ended up lining themselves into a double play. That is going to bring up the right fielder, Hunter Renfroe. He'll be followed by Narvaez and Hira here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Great play by Willie Adames to make the catch. And they doubled off Ben Gamble at first base to end that inning. I am not a Brewer fan, as I said, or a fan of the Pirates, but certainly a fan of good baseball. And that was good baseball on the Pirates' end as they got Brad Boxberger out of a jam. We do have a pitching change as Anthony Banda is done for the day. And they are going to be moving into a right-handed pitcher. The right-hander that is coming on for the Pittsburgh Pirates is number 89, and that's Miguel Yajuri. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses outside to Hunter Renfroe, and the count is 1-0. So Miguel Yajuri in the ball game. I've seen Yajuri pitch before this year, and he's got some interesting stuff. His challenge has more been a command and control of his pitches. There's a fastball that misses. Count is now 2-0 to Hunter Renfroe. He's appeared in 2 games this year. He's worked 5 innings. He's got a 1-0 record with a 5.40 ERA. There's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball taken at the knees, and the count goes to 2-1. Yajuri has got this huge red necklace around his neck, all the way down to his letters. Major League Baseball, in my opinion, has got to do something about this. We saw the Jock Peterson pearl necklace last year. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Count goes to 2-2. In most sports, you're not allowed to wear types of jewelry in which to play. This guy here doesn't just have jewelry. He's got this huge one. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is grounded down the right field line. It's past the first baseman, Setsugo, who is playing over to in the shift. Digging for 2 is Renfroe, and he's going to make it. That is going to be a stand-up double. That ball that was hit down the right field line that made it into right field, just hugged the base. As we said, Setsugo was off of the line as they were in the shift with 3 players playing to the left of second base. The ball wasn't struck particularly hard, but Renfroe is aboard with a leadoff double. That's going to bring up the catcher, Omar Narvaez. For Narvaez today, he is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. He's also flown to center field. And here comes the first pitch from Yajuri. He's steady, steps off the back of the rubber. He's going to reset himself, and we're going to go back at it again. So here comes the pitch to Narvaez. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is golfed into shallow right field. The ball is going to get down. They fire it in toward the plate. It's cut off by Setsugo. And gliding into second base is Omar Narvaez with a double. So Narvaez slides into second. He was very fortunate to be able to get into second base. Catch it again on the replay. The right fielder, Diego Castillo, fields it and throws it on the run. It's cut off by Setsugo. That held Renfroe at third. That puts runners at second and third with nobody out, and here comes the batter, Keston Hira. And the first pitch to Hira is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. For the Brewer fans out there that listened to the call of our game last year and this year, we've kind of been the kiss of death for the Brewers. But maybe they are reversing the curse. I don't think they've won a game when we've streamed them. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Yajuri kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that bounces about 10 feet in front of the plate. It's a nice job by the catcher, Knapp, to stop that one, and that's going to run the count to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Hira. Hira digs in from the right side. The infield is in. They're going to try to cut a run off at the plate here with nobody out. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Jerry delivers. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And here comes the pitch to Hira. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Ujiri has got himself in a bit of a pickle here. Waiting on deck is the third baseman, Jace Peterson. The Brewers have something brewing here in their half of the 7th. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Hira after back-to-back doubles to Renfroe and Narvaez have things happening. Ujiri holds at the belt. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is driven into deep right field. Moving back on the warning track and looking up, and this ball is gone. An opposite field 3-run homer by Keston Hira, and this game has been blown open with a 4-0 lead now for the Brewers in their half of the 7th inning. So Hira goes the other way off of Ujiri's offering, and that now makes the score 4-0 for the Brew Crew as we are here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ball was absolutely crushed the other way. Keston Hira certainly needed that one. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Jace Peterson. So high fives all the way around. It was going to be interesting when we got into the Pirate bullpen to see what was going to happen. It's a little bit disappointing as a good start by Mitch Keller is going to fall apart here, and there's the first pitch fastball that misses down to Peterson for ball 1. So 1-0 to Jace Peterson. Peterson today is 1 for 2. He singled and grounded to the pitcher. So we were talking about the Brewers having a fight at the bat rack early in the game to get to the Pittsburgh Pirates pitching. And that is definitely what the tonic has been able to give the Brewers today. Brent Suter is up and throwing again in the Brewers bullpen. There's a fastball that misses down and in. The count is now 2-0 to Peterson. So 2 balls and no strikes. Peterson batting from the left side against the right-hander, Ujiri. He waits on the offering, and here comes the 2-0 pitch. There's a fastball swung on. It is lined right to the second baseman, Josh Van Meter, who easily makes the catch, and that is going to do it for Peterson for out number 1 here in the 7th inning. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. For Tyrone Taylor, he is 0 for 2 today. He struck out in the 2nd, and he popped out to first base back in the 5th inning. Jerry goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. And the count is 1-0. Taylor has had some confusion with both his corner outfielders. He almost ran into Hunter Renfroe a couple innings ago. There's the 1-0 pitch. It's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Jerry ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It's lined over the head of the shortstop, Newman, and it's off the glove of Gamble, and it gets to the wall. And cruising into second base is Taylor, but he's not going to be able to go to third. Backing up the play was the center fielder, Brian Reynolds. As Newman tried to backhand, or Gamble tried to backhand the ball, it went off his glove, went off to the wall. But Reynolds was right there backing up the play, and that is going to hold Taylor with a double. And is going to bring the pitching coach out for the Pirates here in the 7th inning to have a word with his right-hander. So 3 doubles in the inning, as Tyrone Taylor is aboard, and that's going to bring up the top of the order with Colton Wong. As we mentioned earlier, if you're a Pittsburgh Pirate fan, the frustration for the Pirates faithful is that they've got to watch, in some cases, AAA players masquerading as big leaguers. Not all the players are Major League quality or AAA quality, but there are a few big leaguers on the roster, but the rest of the team is very thin. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Every time the Pirates seem to have a core or a run of players, then they end up blowing it up and retooling all over again. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is grounded to first. It's fielded by Setsugo. He picks it up. He flips it to Ujiri covering. That is going to retire Wong on a ground out 3-1. A nice play by the first baseman Setsugo. As he dives to his left toward the foul line, he flips it over. Tyrone Taylor will advance to third on the ground out. That's going to leave it up to the shortstop, Willie Adames. Setsugo showing some good range, having to go to his left to field the ball. Makes a really nice play and flips it to the pitcher covering. That leaves it all up to the shortstop, Adames. Adames today is 0 for 3. He's lined to short, he's grounded to short, and he is struck out. And here comes the first pitch from Ujiri. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Adames made a beautiful double play in the last inning, catching a line drive deep into the 6 hole and throwing well across the diamond to double off the base runner, Ben Gamble. There's a fastball that misses up and in, and the count now is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. We're here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Brewers now are holding a 4-0 lead. 2 balls and no strikes to Adames. Ujiri looks in, he gets the sign, he comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into shallow left center field. Coming over underneath it is the center fielder and the left fielder, Gamble and Reynolds calls him off, and that is going to do it. But the damage has been done here in the 7th inning. There was 3 runs in the inning on the 3-run homer by Keston Hiura. There were 4 hits, there were no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 7 complete. It's the Milwaukee Brewers 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the call. The top of the 8th inning. We're glad you guys could be with us. Here's our friend Matt again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you there, Matt. It is going to be the bottom third of the Pittsburgh batting order coming up to face the relievers of the Milwaukee Brewers. It's going to be Josh Van Meter, Kevin Newman, and Andrew Knapp scheduled to hit. And it looks like we are going to have a pitching change for the Brewers. As it looks like that Brent Suter is going to be coming into the ball game. So Suter on in relief here of Brad Boxberger. That's exactly what we are going to witness. So Brent Suter coming in. He's not having a great start to the season, but he is a very valuable piece of the Milwaukee pen. He's pitched in 3 games this year. He's worked on 2/3 innings. He's allowed 3 runs, which are earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 2. And the left-hander here is going to take over to work in the 8th inning. He is a left-handed pitcher who's got a very unorthodox delivery. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and fires. And there is a base hit single to get things going here. But that was a pinch hitter who came up. That was Michael Chavis, who was pinch hitting for Van Meter. And he is aboard with a base hit here in the 8th inning. We'll make that change. I'm sure there's probably going to be some more coming for both teams. But we didn't get Chavis's announcement until he had hit that line drive in the left field. That is going to bring up the shortstop, Kevin Newman. So Newman faces the first pitch offering from Suter. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. And the count is quickly 1-0. For Newman on the ball game, he is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded to third, and he has flown out to right field. There is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Newman batting from the right side against the left-hander Suter. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into left center field. It's going to get down. So back-to-back base hits here by the Pittsburgh Pirates have something going here in their half of the 8th inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, scheduled to bring up the catcher, Andrew Knapp. So Suter's struggles continue. In the early going of the season, they do have a right-hander up in the bullpen, and that is Devin Williams. One would figure that Williams and Josh Hader all available today. It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here, and we're also going to get a visit from the pitching coach of the Brewers. So we'll get caught up on all of this in just a moment here. See if we'll have to confirm, but it looks like it's Roberto Perez who has grabbed the bat. So the pitching coach is on. He's out to talk to his left-hander. It's also going to buy some time for Williams to get going. If you can hang around for 6 innings and keep the score pretty close, the games are usually won and lost in the bullpens, at least in today's baseball. If you don't have a good bullpen, you are in trouble. On the flip side, some people say you got to be able to get to the bullpen to have a good bullpen. So that is going to bring up the pinch hitter for Knapp. It is going to be Roberto Perez. So he is now going to be entering the fray here. The former Indian turned Guardian, of course, now Guardian. A first pitch breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. Perez on the season is hitting .192. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. He is 0 for 5 in the series. He's struck out 3 times and walked once. Perez, though, has a very solid glove behind the plate, so regardless, having him in the late innings for defensive purposes, it's not the worst thing. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. As we mentioned earlier in the ballgame, Diego Castillo has got some bright yellow gloves. So too does Roberto Perez. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and missed. Perez is retired on strikes for out number 1 here in the 8th inning. So whatever was said to Brent Suter, he has definitely settled down, and that's going to bring up the power hitting designated hitter, Daniel Vogelbach. For Vogelbach, he got the first hit of the ball game for the Pirates back in the 6th inning. He is 1 for 2 today. He's been on base. He's also drawn a walk. He's been able to raise his season average to .333. So here comes the first offering from Suter. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that just misses down, and the count is 1-0. It's definitely not the spot where the catcher Narvaez wanted that pitch. So 1 ball and no strikes to Vogelbach. He waggles the bat, and here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the first base side. It's in foul territory. Reaching up and making the catch is going to be Rowdy Tellez, and that will retire Vogelbach for the 2nd out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to the center fielder, Brian Reynolds. For Reynolds today, he is 0 for 3. He has struck out all 3 times he has come to the plate. His average on the ball game has slipped to .327. But before Reynolds comes up, manager Craig Counsell is on his way to the mound. He is going to make himself a pitching change. That is going to do it for the lefty Suter today, but both runners on base are his responsibility. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call. This 8th inning with 2 on and 2 out. Devin Williams is about to enter the fray. Hang tight. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Brian Reynolds coming up to face the reliever, Devin Williams. Williams is coming on in relief. Will be the 4th pitcher used this afternoon by the Milwaukee Brewers. Williams on in relief here. Williams, the 6'2", 200-pound right-hander. Had himself a very fine season last year. He was mainly a setup guy. A couple years ago in 2020, he won the Rookie of the Year. It was absolutely electric. He had a 0.33 ERA that season in 27 innings, where he went 4 wins and 1 loss as he struck out 53 batters in 27 innings pitched. This year here, he's got 9 strikeouts in the 4 innings of work. He's allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He has walked 6 and, as we said, struck out 9, but he's got an ERA of 9. So here he is to face Brian Reynolds with 2 on and 2 out here in the 8th inning. Williams gets ready to go to work. So the right-hander against the switch-hitting Reynolds, who's batting from the left side. And Williams kicks and fires. There's a fastball ticket for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Reynolds. Williams leans in. And he gets the sign from his catcher, Narvaez. He comes set at the chest. And he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Reynolds. Leaning again is the right-hander Williams. He's ready to go back to work. Checking the runner at second. He kicks and fires. There is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Williams has got some pretty electric stuff. His fastball, that last one, ran up to 95 on the gun. We're going to see how he's going to try to put Reynolds away here with the 1-2 count. Reynolds may have seen the best pitch he had an opportunity to swing at in this at bat, and he fouled it away. So here's the 1-2 pitch. Williams checks the runner at second. He kicks and fires. There is a fastball that gets away from the catcher, and it goes all the way to the backstop. Narvaez completely whiffed on that pitch. It's going to advance the runners on a wild pitch. I don't know what Narvaez was doing. He patted the umpire as he ran by him as if to say, hey, sorry about that, bud. It was completely whiffed. But mind you, it did hit the umpire in the shin guard. But in fairness to Narvaez, he was set up on the outside part of the plate, and Williams it's that pitch inside. He had no chance to be able to go across his body to get it. So advancing on the wild pitch, Chavis is now the runner at third. Newman is at second. That's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Reynolds. So Williams and Narvaez a little confused on that last pitch. So here comes the 2-2. There's 2 away with runners on second and third. Williams kicks and delivers. There is a breaking ball that misses outside. They appeal over to the third base umpire, Scott Berry, but he says he didn't go, and that's going to run the count full to Reynolds. Waiting on deck is the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Certainly, Williams does not want to see him come to the plate. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Williams leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Narvaez. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers, and it is a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul over on the third base side. Reynolds is going to continue to make the right-hander work. There is an open base. As we said, the hottest hitter in the Pirate batting order is waiting his turn on deck. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Reynolds. The runner at third is Chavis. The runner at second, Newman. Chavis establishes his lead. He's got a good, healthy lead down the third baseline. He's arguably almost to the end of the batter's box. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. There is a breaking ball that misses down, and Reynolds is going to get himself a walk. That's going to load the bases. That's going to bring up Ke'Bryan Hayes. That's going to bring some stirring in the bullpen, or in the bullpen as well, but also some stirring in the dugout, as Williams is going to be counted on here to try to get the next 2 hitters out. Hayes, he has no choice to face him and Yoshi Satsugo, as the relievers have that 3-batter rule. So the bases are loaded. They're full of Pirates. Hayes is at the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. He's struck out looking. He's flied to left and to center. His other time's up. So here comes the first pitch from Williams. It is a changeup that misses inside, and the count is 1-0 to Ke'Bryan Hayes. Hayes' average has slipped down to 310 on the season. He's got no homers and 2 RBIs on the campaign. This is an opportunity for him right here that he's going to have to get something good to hit and put a good swing on a good pitch. The infield is playing him pretty much straight away. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Hayes batting from the right side against the right-hander Williams. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that is taken on the outside corner, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Hayes. There's nowhere to put him, as the bases are juiced, full of Pirates, and Yoshi Satsugo waiting his turn on deck. So Williams leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Narvaez. He holds set at the chest. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into left field for a base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in, and the Pirates have cut the lead in half on a base hit single here by Ke'Bryan Hayes in the 8th inning, and that is going to make the score now 4-2 for the Brewers. So the Pirates have still something going as it brings Yoshi Satsugo to the dish. It was a good swing on a good pitch. It was a good pitch to hit, and Ke'Bryan Hayes turned it around, a line drive into left field. And that was the concern. You needed to be able to get that Brian Reynolds out, so you didn't have to face the hot swinging Hayes, and Hayes makes them pay. So 2 runs are in. The score is now 4-2. Reynolds is the runner at second. Hayes is the runner at first, and Yoshi Satsugo strides to the plate. We do have a conference on the mound as the pitching coach again for the Brewers has made his way out to have some words with Devin Williams. The pitching coach is Chris Hook for the Brew Crew. So his conference is now over. We're ready to get this one back underway. So the runner at second is Reynolds. The runner at first is Ke'Bryan Hayes, and Yoshi Satsugo steps in waiting on the first offering from Williams. Williams kicks and delivers. It is a changeup that catches the outside corner, and the count is 1-0. One would think that Satsugo's bread and butter is the breaking ball, so he's going to be looking for something like that. But Williams has had a hard time commanding most of his pitches here in this very short order. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. And he kicks and delivers. It is a changeup that catches the corner of the plate, and the count now is 0-2 to Satsugo. So no balls and 2 strikes to the Pirate first baseman. He's dug himself a little bit of a hole here, and he's waiting now on the 0-2 offering from Williams. If I'm Williams, I'm going to dial it up and try to blow it by him. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Williams kicks and fires. It's a fastball at 94 that misses outside. Count now goes to 1-2 on Satsugo. I think if you deliver him a breaking ball here, Satsugo has the ability to make you pay. If I'm Satsugo, I'm probably sitting soft. Maybe take that opportunity to go with his strengths. So Reynolds, the runner at second. Hayes, the runner at first. Here comes the 1-2 offering. Williams kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. And the count now goes to 2-2. It was a good job by Satsugo to hold off on that one. That high fastball was tantalizing. Did a good job of keeping the hands back and laying off of that pitch. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Williams comes set at the chest. He checks the runner over at second. He kicks and fires, and there is a breaking ball that is swung on. It is popped up over on the third base side of home plate. Racing over toward the dugout is the catcher Narvaez, but it's going to reach the seats. Just barely a couple of seats deep. That's going to keep the count at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Should Satsugo find a way on, it's Ben Gamble who is waiting on deck, looking for his opportunity to face the reliever Williams. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Setsugo. There is action again in the Milwaukee bullpen. Here comes the 2-2. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. Setsugo stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by for out number 3. But there was damage in the inning. The Pirates clawed back. They had 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is Milwaukee Brewers 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. The call at the bottom of the 8th inning. We're glad you could stop in today. Started to look like it was going to be a laugher, but the ball game is starting to get a little bit better now. Here's our friend Matt.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game. And if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Pittsburgh Pirates have cut into the lead of the Milwaukee Brewers. It's now a 4-2 ball game. Coming up for the Brewers in their half of the 8th, it's going to be Christian Yelich, Rowdy Tellez, and Hunter Renfroe. We will get you those pieces in just a minute. We do have a pitching change as the Pirates again have gone to their bullpen. They are bringing in a left-hander to take over. This is Aaron Fletcher. So here comes the first pitch from Fletcher. It's a fastball. Take it for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Fletcher working from the left side. He's facing Yelich, Tellez, and Renfroe here in the 8th inning. This game here was sailing along for the most part through 6. A fastball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 1-1. Yelich today is 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and struck out. This is the first time he is facing the lefty Fletcher as he's on now in relief. Fletcher rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And the count now goes even to 2-2. For Fletcher on the season, this is his 5th appearance of the year. He's worked 4 innings so far. Allowed 3 hits. He's given up 4 runs, all earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 3. There's a breaking ball that missed down. Count now is 2-2. Last 2 seasons, he appeared in 10 games over the last 2 years with the Seattle Mariner organization, all in relief. There's a fastball swung on. It's tapped slowly over to first. It's fielded by Setsugo. He steps on the base, and that's going to retire Yelich on a ground out to 3 for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Rowdy Tellez. Tellez got the action going for the Brewers back in the 2nd inning when he deposited a solo home run into the right center field seats. He's 1 for 3 today. He's homered, he's grounded to second, and he's flown out to center field. So Tellez steps up to bat, facing the left-hander Fletcher. Fletcher goes into the motion. He delivers a changeup that misses inside. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. The Brewers looked like in the 7th inning, we're going to put this one away. And there's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Count is 1-1 as they picked up 3 runs on the 3-run homer by Keston Hiura. The Pittsburgh Pirates were able to get a couple back in their half of the 8th inning. The 2-run single by Ke'Bryan Hayes, and it stands now at 4-2. So here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So we're here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pirates are running out of time, and the Brewers are looking to pad their lead. And there's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count now goes to 2-2 to Tellez. The closer, Josh Hader, is up in the Milwaukee bullpen. He's getting loose, looking like he wants to come into the game. So here comes the 2-2. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Keeps the count at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rowdy Tellez. Tellez will be followed by the right fielder Hunter Renfroe. As we said, this game here, was almost a tale of 2 games. The first 5 innings of the ball game, really well pitched by both clubs. The only run was the damage of the homer by Tellez given up by Keller. And there's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lofted into deep right field. Coming over underneath it is the right fielder, Diego Castillo. He makes the catch, and that is going to retire Tellez. It's going to go as a fly out to right field for out number 2, and it's going to leave it all up to Hunter Renfroe. But as we said, once the game gets into the bullpens, that's where things start to change. So if you're a Pittsburgh Pirate fan, obviously not having opportunity to be able to cash in some runs early on, kind of dictates how the use of the bullpen will go. If they would have had a lead, it might have been a little bit different use of how the Brewers would use their bullpen. The Brewer bullpen is typically pretty strong and pretty deep. So here comes the first pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside to Renfroe, and the count's 1-0. Renfroe today has had a nice day. He's 2 for 3. He's got a single, a double. He's grounded out and scored a run. So Fletcher ready to go back to work. He gets the sign from his catcher, Perez. He delivers a changeup that misses outside. The count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Hunter Renfroe. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 3-0. That last pitch, I'm not sure. So 3 balls and no strikes to Renfroe. Fletcher gets the sign from his catcher. He's ready to go again. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 3-1 on Renfroe. One would think that Fletcher's just got to serve him up something here to let him go to work. Comes the 3-1. Fletcher gets the sign. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and fires. It is a fastball that is taken off the outside corner. Renfroe is aboard with a 2-out walk here in the 8th inning, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Omar Narvaez. For Narvaez today, he has had a nice afternoon as well. He has singled, he's doubled, and he's flown out to center. He's also scored a run. He's raised his season average up to 269 with the couple of base hits today. So Narvaez comes to the plate with Renfroe on first and 2 away. Narvaez digs in, ready to face the left-handed offering from Fletcher. Fletcher holds at the belt. He fires over to first base. Getting back in time is the base runner Renfroe. So Narvaez getting ready for the offering here from the lefty Narvaez, or the lefty Fletcher. Narvaez stands in on the left side, and here comes the lefty-lefty matchup. And the first pitch is a fastball that comes inside and hits him. And now a 2 outs with nobody on has suddenly quickly become 2 on and 2 out. That's going to bring up the hero so far in this one, Keston Hiura. Keston Hiura steps up to the plate. He's got a homer today. He drove in the 3 runs in that last inning. He's also struck out a couple of times. He's raised his season average up to 235. And that looks like that is going to be it, as we are going to have a pitching change. We're going to take a little time out here as the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to the bullpen. It's time for a right-hander as Aaron Fletcher's day is done. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, everybody, with the call. Bottom of the 8th inning with 2 on and 2 out. Stick around. We'll be right back after this from our friend Steve.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you, Steve. We do have a pitching change, and we'll be right back in just a moment. We'll get you all the specs in a second. It's a 4-2 Milwaukee lead. The Brewers are looking to pad their lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning with 2 on and 2 away. We'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. It is a right-hander, Chris Stratton, coming into the ball game. He is working in his 4th season with the Pirates. He's appeared in 3 games, 3 innings pitched. He's allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, all of which have been earned. He has walked none and struck out 3. He has been one of the more stable pitchers in the Pirate bullpen over the last couple of seasons. He's going to be entrusted here to get Keston Hiura retired with 2 on and 2 out in the 8th inning. And there's a first pitch breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. For Hiura, he was the hero so far today. He hit the 3-run homer in the 7th inning that pushed the Brewers up to a 4-0 lead. And it is now a 4-2 ball game, as the Pirates were able to claw a couple back here in the top half of the 8th inning. And here's the pitch from Stratton. It's a breaking ball, swung on and missed. And the count now goes to 1-1. The left-hander Josh Hader is up and throwing in the Milwaukee bullpen. The Brewers also have a right-hander up. That's Trevor Gott. So it depends on which way this game goes. If it's still a save situation, one would expect the left-hander Hader, if something happens here where they spread it out. There is a fastball that's inside. It is fielded. It is a really strange situation here. So Hira feels that he was hit by the pitch. The plate umpire feels it hit the knob of the bat. The ball was grounded out to the pitcher. Stratton fields it and throws to first. But the Brewers are wanting this to be looked at. As we're going to go and take a look at it ourselves, the ruling is that he is out. But I think this call is going to stand. Hira claims to have been hit by the pitch. But that ball looks like it got the knob of the bat as it went into play. And as that went into play, that would be retiring him on a ground out 1-3. We're just going to have to hang on for a second here as the umpires are going to New York to get the call here. We're going to see what the ruling is. So up on the steps is Craig Counsell. He is waiting on the ruling from the umpires here as they're on the headsets. Hira is waiting his turn, but I think that this is going to stand. I think it's going to end up being a ground out 1-3. I'd be shocked if they felt that it was anything other. We're watching it again on the replay. It hits it right on the knob of the bat. That ball went down, and I'm sure the vibration, or maybe even catching a little bit off of the hand, possibly may have occurred, but I think that that is going to be a fair ball. And they will rule Hira out, but we're just going to have to wait and see. It looks like the umpires are getting the results of the call from New York. We're about ready to get this one delivered to the fans. So either way, Hira thinks he's going to get on a base or he's going to be out. And the ruling on the field is going to stand. That's going to be a ground out 1-3. As that ball did hit the knob of the bat, as we saw on the replay, and that is going to do it here for the Brewers in their half of the 8th inning. There was no runs, there were no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left the board. We're now through 8 complete. It is the Milwaukee Brewers for the Pittsburgh Pirates to stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys could tune in today.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Thanks again, Steve. We appreciate you and your support of the channel. We are moving here now to the top of the 9th inning. It is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters scheduled to come to bat for the Pirates. And that'll be facing the left-handed closer, Josh Hader, who is looking to come in and finish this one off. And we are going to get you that in just a moment. So we're looking at Ben Gamble. Sorry, check that. It's going to be Gamble, Castillo, and Chavis. And that is going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the order. So we're going to check on this here in just a moment. So Josh Hader in relief. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just about 30 seconds with all the action. Welcome back, everybody. Josh Hader is in relief, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses inside. The count is quickly 1-0 to Jake Marisnick, who is in here to pinch hit facing Josh Hader. And Hader delivers a fastball, and that is swung on and fouled away. And the count now goes to 1-1. Marisnick is batting .250 on the season. This is him pinch hitting now for the third baseman Peterson, as he's done for the day. So Marisnick batting here. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the first base side. It's going to reach into the seats behind the first base dugout. That is going to run the count to 1-2 on Marisnick. Marisnick has bounced around in his career. Was a former Toronto Blue Jay. Also spent time in a number of different organizations, including the Houston Astros, the New York Mets, Florida Marlins, or the Miami Marlins. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Marisnick. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Marisnick here batting for I have to check this. He's batting for Ben Gamble, so I apologize to everybody here. And there is a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Gamble for the first out of the inning. Been one of those days. We're going to have to need some coffee over here, or either that or some stiff whiskey after the game to help ourselves get woken back up. But he is finished. That is the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Diego Castillo. So Marisnick gone, and that brings up Castillo with 1 away. After the game, we'll give you guys a little bit of a wrap-up here. We'll give you the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we'll call it a day. There's a first pitch fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0 to Castillo. So 1 ball and no strikes. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball. Take it for a called strike. The count now goes to 1-1 on Castillo. Castillo today is 0 for 3. He's grounded to the pitcher. He's flown to center, and he lined into a double play his last time up. So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Hader. Kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is pop foul. It's going to reach the seats over on the first base side. That runs the count to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Diego Castillo. Just as a reminder, we'll be back on the air again tomorrow. We'll be calling the Tigers and the Yankees. That'll go at 11 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. There are a number of games now currently going on here in Major League Baseball. As I said, we'll wrap the day up with the out-of-town scoreboard once the game is done. There is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and Castillo has gone on strikes for out number 2. Hader is doing his job, retiring the first 2 batters he's faced. That is going to leave it all up to Michael Chavis. I have to say that last pitch from Hader was really overmatching as Castillo went down on strikes. Great pitch there by Hader. So here comes the first pitch delivered to Chavis. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. For Chavis today, he is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. He is one of the stronger hitters for the Pirates. He got the afternoon off as the start. He's raised his average up to 476 on the season. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Hader kicks and fires. There is a fastball swung on. It's tapped slowly over to third. It's fielded on the run. A fire over to first base, and it is not going to be able to retire Chavis as he's aboard. That's going to go down as an infield single. So Peterson had to range right around the ball. I'm not sure that I really liked the way that Peterson tried to field it. He tried to circle the baseball. I think I might have tried to backhand that one as he was coming in. But either way, it was hit softly. He had to charge it, and he wasn't able to make the play. And Chavis gets his second hit of the ball game, and that brings up Kevin Newman. For Newman, he takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Newman steps in, waiting on the offering from the left-hander, Hader. Hader holds at the belt. He kicks and fires. There is a fastball that misses in. Appeal down to the first base umpire, Ben May, and he says he didn't go. It's going to even the count at 1-1. We got to look on the replay on that one, and I might say something different. I'm not sure if I would agreed with the first base umpire on that one, but then again, we have the luxury of the replay. So here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a changeup swung on and missed. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Newman. So the crowd in Milwaukee is on their feet. They're cheering on the Brewers. The Pirates are down to their final strike. Hader ready to go back to work. He gets the sign from his catcher, Narvaez. He's ready to deliver. And here comes the pitch. It is fastball swung on. It's grounded to short. It's fielded by Adames over to first. And that is going to do it, as it is a ground out 6-3 for out number 3 for the Pirates in their half of the ninth. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. Your final score is the Milwaukee Brewers 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments to wrap this one up. The out-of-town scoreboard. We appreciate you all being here again with us today. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play. But you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Once again, we appreciate everybody who's tuned in here today. We're going to wrap this baby up with the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we will be on our way. So just taking a quick look at the out-of-town scores, there are other games going on. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Cleveland Guardians have a 10-1 lead over the White Sox. They jumped out early to a 10-0 lead, and they're just kind of hanging on here till the end of the game, able to tread some water. The Guardians 10-10-0. The White Sox 1 hit run, 4 hits, and 4 errors. They made 4 errors that have contributed to all those runs. The Philadelphia Phillies are leading the Colorado Rockies 3-2. That's in the bottom of the 5th inning. Right now in the top of the 6th inning, Tony Gonsolin has a no-hitter against the Atlanta Braves as the Dodgers are winning 3-0. In San Diego, the Padres and the Reds are all knotted up at 0. Mackenzie Gore is on the hill right now for the Padres. Once again, your final score here in Milwaukee. It is the Milwaukee Brewers 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates 2. All the damage came via the long ball for the Brew Crew. They got things going in the 2nd inning with a solo shot by Rowdy Tellez. In the 7th inning, they added 3 more, a double by Hunter Renfroe and another double by Omar Narvaez, and they were brought home on a 3-run homer by Keston Hiura. Put the Brewers up to a 4-0 lead. In the top of the 8th inning, Michael Chavis led off with a single. Kevin Newman singled. After a walk to Brian Reynolds, Brian Hayes delivered a 2-out single, knocking in 2 runs to put the Pirates on the board for the first time of the ballgame. That was 4-2. And that is how this one ended. The win goes to Brandon Woodruff. He improves to 2-1 on the season. The loss is tagged to Mitch Keller. He falls to 0-3. Josh Hader picks up his 6th save. Once again, everybody, we appreciate you listening to another Last Drafts Baseball video production. We hope you have a great day. Come on back and see us again tomorrow. It'll be Yankees and Tigers. We'll do it all over again. Have a great day, everybody. We appreciate for all those of you who tuned in today. Thanks again for being here. Have a great day, everybody.